Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is create a new document. We'll go with this full HD size and hit create. And then I want to open my first picture that I'm going to use on my collage. So I'll hit open image. And let's see, I'll pick my camera first. It opens it in a new tab. So you'll do the same thing you did with the potato head assignment. Is I'm going to click and select the white and then hit delete. And then take my camera and copy it. And then paste it onto my collage. So there's my first item. And then I'll open my next one. And I'll bring my soccer ball in. Same thing, I'm just going to delete my background, select inverse and copy it, and then paste it here. And then you'll just continue to open everything you want to use. So this one will be a little bit harder to select. So I'm going to start there and delete and then go with that, and I'll click in all these white spaces. To zoom in really close. So this would be one way to do it if you have a lot of background to remove. Okay, and then I'll copy that one and paste it over here. Now if you have something you want to duplicate, you can always right click on the layer and come down here and hit duplicate layer. So maybe I want to do 2 of these and then say flip it. Oops. Do edit, transform, and flip horizontal. So they're kind of a mirror image of each other. Then maybe I'll throw my soccer ball behind there because I like to shoot archery and I've played soccer my whole life. I don't need 2 of those. Maybe put my camera down here. You can decide if you want a background. I'm just going to show you a few things that you can do to the images, like add adjustments to them here. So if you wanted to change the brightness or contrast, if you wanted to apply a filter like a drop shadow, that's where you would do this, and that would just give my picture a shadow below it. And then you can change the offset here. And then this would be how see-through it is. And then we could change the Y offset as well, so I just want it to come underneath and apply. You could use a gradient as a background or a picture. So if I'm going to open up my collage that I have finished, And then you can kind of see what I've done. So to save time, I opened my collage that I've already created, and I just wanted to show you some of the things I've done here so you don't have to watch me select everything. So I have my bow, I did my arrows, but I duplicated them 4 times to kind of create this pattern. I have my ball. It's somewhat see-through, so that's just adjusting the opacity or transparency of the layer. So if you turn it all the way down, it's gone, or I could turn it all the way up. If I wanted to bring something forward or send something back, like for example, this picture's in front, but if I wanted that one in front, I would switch my layers over here on the right hand side. So you can decide what you want to be in front. I grew up hunting my whole life, so this is a picture of a buffalo hunt that I went on with my dad, and a good memory. So this right here, I put some textures just to filter on the picture. If you go into these settings, you can kind of play around with different filtering. Here's your effect library. So lots and lots of different options here that you can mess around with. If I wanted to, I used a picture for my background. You don't have to do that, but if you look here, let me see if I can find that layer. So I actually cut out the sky to put my boots up at the top. And that's just an option. If you look at the PowerPoint that I put on Canvas, that will give you a lot of different things that you can do and give you some ideas to create a collage that's pleasing to the eye. One thing is not leaving like tons of open, empty space, so I really should probably put something here. So I'm going to pull in a picture I just took of my kiddos real quick. Okay, so I'm going to show you another tool. If you purchase Pixlr, you don't have to watch this quick little video, but if you click on Auto AI, what it's doing is guessing what you're trying to mask. So in this particular picture, so if you watch this little ad, it'll count down here and then it will do it for you, unless you have the premium feature. So once that's done, you hit continue, and then it guesses. Well, it didn't exactly guess perfectly, but it did a pretty good job at masking out everything I wanted to put in the picture, which was just my son. So what I can do is I can say I want to go into a draw mask mode, and I'm going to add back these parts of the desk. Change my brush size to a little bit bigger. I can add back, and what a mask is it's either covering up or uncovering something, so it's not actually deleting everything. So in this case, I can go back over and I can still pull in what I want to show up in the picture, like maybe the edge of the desk. And when I do this, I can see exactly where the edge is, which it did pretty good there, so I'm going to leave that alone. And then I can mask in the opposite direction. So right there I'm adding to, this one I'm going to remove from. So I'm going to remove this grass again and be a little more precise about how big my brush is and where I'm clicking. And we'll go up here too. And so like I said, what a mask is when you paint over it like I'm doing, it's covering up things. And then when I switch the modes back to here to add to my mask, it's going to bring back the picture. So I might zoom in a little bit closer, make my brush really small so that I can go around his ear right there. Might go a little bit bigger than 1 pixel. Can color right here too. And that way, it looks pretty good. So then I can copy. So I push Command A or Control A to select the whole thing, and then Control C or Command C to copy. You can also come up here and go edit copy, edit paste. And then I could paste it onto here. Except for it did not. Let's duplicate this layer. Sorry, sometimes I'm still figuring out this program. Should just copy what I have masked. Maybe if I do that. Nope. Okay, so after I did that step, I went here and I flattened my image, and then it would copy correctly to here. And then I can throw my son in there. Maybe put him up here. Maybe we'll switch him with my daughter. And put him down here. You can actually mask once you've moved the picture, so I'm going to show you that real quick. So I'm going to mask on my own. So right now I'm adding or removing. Right now I'm removing, which is what I want to do. So sometimes I like to do it right where I'm actually going to put the picture. Then I can kind of see how that's going to blend. So again, the mask is just covering up what I already have there. And then you can uncover it as well. So I may blend her in there like that, but now it looks like she's sitting on his head, so I don't really love that. So I might shrink this down a little bit and actually bring her back down here so that they're right by each other. And then I might move this layer down so that it's actually behind. And then I could continue to mask that picture of my daughter. Green is bringing it back. Red is removing it. I just wanted to show you a couple different ways that you could cut out the background of things to make your collage. So I'm going to make that really small so I can go around here.